confessing something with your mouth, saying things about what you believe in and how you see things with your mouth is completely different than when you're living it. Because you can say that you want to be more responsible, but then every time a responsibility comes up, you procrastinate. But at the same time, you can say, you know what, I made a mistake and I'm going to do better. And then you continue to follow the same steps. Confessing and living are two different things. We see in Romans that Jesus was talking about, or Paul was talking about, that if you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that you believe in Jesus and what happened, then you will be saved. But it also says in the book of Matthew, when Jesus was talking about the parables, that at the same time, not everyone that says, Lord, Lord, will come into the kingdom. We have to see that a lot of times confessing something and living it out are completely two different things. And if you truly believed in something, if you truly believe in Christ, if you truly believe in God, right, you got to start making some changes. I'm the same way. Yes, I slip up and I sin and I do these things, but it's different whenever I am willingly walking in the sin. When I am willingly confessing to someone to their face, yes, I believe in God, I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, whatever you want to say. And then I go right back around and then I'm at the strip clubs, or I'm flashing money on Instagram or whatever. You know, like, you got to have more of a humble lifestyle. You got to look at the way that you're living. And I get it. We live in a century, we live in a generation where we get stressed out whenever other people don't know what we got. Right? And God wasn't flashy. Christ wasn't trying to, show everybody he is God. He has all the riches of the world. The world is his. He didn't have to do it because he knew, and he was very opposite of being insecure. He was so secure of himself that he knew there's nothing he has to prove to anybody. That even when people were doing him wrong, he still loved them. It didn't matter who you were, where you came from, or anything like that. He still loved them specifically, uniquely, and it's most importantly, man, like God knows you specifically and how you will turn out. But in the book of Matthew, right, we look in the chapter of 7, verses 22 and 23, because it goes on to say, many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and in your name drive out demons, and in your name perform many miracles? Then I will tell them plainly, I never knew you. Away from me, you evil doers. But then we go back into the book of Romans, chapter 10 verses 9 through 13, it goes on to say, if you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it is with your heart that you believe and are justified, and it is with your mouth that you can profess your faith and are saved. Yes, you can be saved, but that doesn't mean that you're welcome to the kingdom, because we have to look between the different tones that were used in Matthew and Romans. Because in Matthew, it does say that, yes, you can be welcome to the kingdom, right? You can take that from the context clues, but you have to live it. You have to know that God has to know you, though. Because just because you say it, just like it says in Romans, that yes, I believe Christ, he lived from the dead, he got raised up, and now I'm saved. So I can just go live how I want to live. That's not the case. Because without faith, without works, faith is dead, right? So it just says it right there. You can't just simply believe. You can't just simply say. You have to do. You have to live. You have to perform in a certain way to say that, you know what? I am human. I do make mistakes, but at the same time, I do love God. I am a true believer. I shoot for not perfection, but for progress, because I know I can't be perfect. Only God can be perfect. I know that everything that I say is not everything that I will do, but a lot of times my spirit, I want to do the right thing, but then I don't want to do it, but then I don't do it. Or I want to say the right thing, but then I don't do it because my emotions are getting ahead of me, and my thoughts and my doubt and my worry and all these different things is starting to clump together to create a storm within you. But if you really look at both of these chapters, both of these books, it explains the same thing, but it just adds a little bit more to it. Because it's not just enough to believe and say that you believe, because everybody would do it just to be saved. Yes, you can be saved. Yes, you can do these things. Yes, you can live with God, but you have to follow the right rules. You have to follow the commandments. You have to do the right things in order to be able to be exemplified, right? You want to be able to exemplify to your family and your future kids and do all these things, but if you don't live it the way you say it, then when people start to hear what you say, they just start to call you a liar. They start to call you a hypocrite. They start to say that you're two-faced, that you're unstable. And it says in the word, a man that is unstable in his ways will be unstable in everything. It also says in the word, you can't serve two masters. You can only have one, because you're going to love one more than the other. So it says right there, we cannot multitask as people. We can't have loyalty to more than one thing. So if you say it, then do it. Or even better yet, just do it so you don't have to say it. People can look at you and be like, I know he honors God. I know he loves God and this and that. So when they do come talk to you and you say it, they like, I can already tell because of the energy that you have, the way that you look at people, the way that you talk to people, the way that you congregate business, the way that you do all these things. So don't look into it as, well, I'm a businessman or I'm a doctor and I'm doing all this. It doesn't matter. It's the way that you do it. It's the way that you carry yourself. That's what shows people how you love God. That's what shows people how you love them. So it's not always just, well, I say, I do, and this and that. Close your mouth and watch how your actions actually perform. Look at yourself in the mirror and be like, man, did all my actions actually exemplify how I love God, how my faith is with God? So just think about it. At the end of the day, real belief doesn't just speak. It shows up in how we live daily. This isn't about being perfect, but it's just about being real, because we have to be realistic in this life. You have to know that if you do love God, if you do want to do something and you do want to change your life, it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. It doesn't even matter what happens tomorrow. It's about what happens today. And if you made a decision to love God, if you made a decision to follow God, then just follow through. Get the actions right. Do the right things. Continue to fight, and watch how God lifts you up. Watch how God blesses you. Watch how God just be like, you asking for it, let's do it. You asking for it, let's work for it. You asking for it, let's just keep seeking the kingdom, keep seeking God, and watch how God lives through you. But I appreciate y'all for catching me on this episode, bro. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out the link tree in the bio. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.